Growing frustration after what appears to be targeted retail thefts and growing concern about the potential impact to shoppers and the community. Today, staff cleaned up the broken glass at the Foot Locker store at Chicago Kedzie Plaza. At 3 a.m., thieves backed a car into the front of the store and grabbed shoes and clothes.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
This comes as a burglary at the Foot Locker in West Englewood Tuesday at 4:15 a.m. Surveillance video of that incident shows the method the young thieves used to smash through the store windows and grab what they can. Shanti Althoff is the property manager for both properties. She says repairing the damage for retailers is far more expensive than replacing the stolen merchandise.
It is organized crime. That's what we're facing. It is not petty theft. It is individuals. They get together, create a plan, execute that plan at the cost to many.
Althoff shares that all consumers pay the price for retail loss.
We're all paying for this. We're all paying. Each retailer that has, you think you're getting 20% off. Well, that 20% off is already covering their lost inventory.
She fears what could happen if the offenders are not stopped.
If there's enough crime, big retailers, national retailers, they pull out of the shopping centers.
So what happens is the Chicago people, right, the administration, the aldermen, the mayor, Brandon Johnson, will reclassify this and say that, this isn't violent crime. And so as a result, theft and robbery and people backing their vehicles into retail stores like Foot Locker in order to steal whatever the Jordans are and the Sperry's and the Air Force Ones, that's okay. We're not going to address that. We're not going to actually appeal to the needs of business owners that pour money into the community and the people that are invested in this community and provide jobs. We're going to continue to allow for criminals to do criminal shit. Now, the Trump administration is saying, listen, crime needs to stop overall. Over the last 10 days, as of the recording of this video, there's been 0 homicides in one of the most crime-ridden areas in Washington, D.C., down significantly, 83% down in carjackings. And you see places like Chicago running rampant. And let's be clear, any robbery, any murder, anything that is violent against the community as far as taking away jobs and business owners having to suffer as a result of this, one is too many. And when the Trump administration say that, hey, we need to do something about crime in our communities, and our mayors and our aldermen and the city councilmen can't do anything in cities like Chicago, that becomes a problem for me, for you, and for the community because it costs you money. It costs taxpayers resources. They can't even fund their schools. They are down over 2,000 police officers, 2,000 police officers, and they're officers that are making $250,000 a year in overtime, chasing around these crazy criminals. And let me tell you what makes it even worse. What makes it worse is that you have judges and prosecutors that are voted on by the voters. So I can't even say that this is completely absolving the people in the community, especially ones that don't show up to vote, because we know that historically in urban communities that they have a low voter turnout rate. We have all of these people sitting there and saying that their vote doesn't matter, but then prosecutors and also judges that let these people out. And then you also have a lot of these legislators that bring up stuff like the CTA Act that allows for people to get out on bond even if they are caught. And then you have all of your resources going into staffing companies, the migrant companies and all of that stuff still. And your mayors and your governors and the people that are supposed to be implementing the laws and keeping you safe and protecting business owners and residents alike, they can't do anything because their hands is tied, because they don't want to do anything and they're actually advocating against the community. And this is the thing that I continue to be very, very dismayed at, is that you'll have people that'll come in my comments and say, Anton, why are you bringing visibility to stuff like this that's happening in Chicago, LAX, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., New York, whatever it is. And I'm saying, why wouldn't you want to bring visibility into the thing that's not allowing for your kids to be able to walk down the street safely and go and play in the park? That they have to worry about being kidnapped, carjacked, murders. If you open up a business in Chicago or in the Chicago area and all the other places, you are not protected and criminals can run rampant inside of y'all communities. Why isn't this an issue that you want to bring visibility to? And why wouldn't you want Trump to keep y'all community safe and to get rid of the drugs and the guns and the people that are affecting the communities?
Only on CBS News Chicago, a 70-year-old CTA worker attacked and thrown onto the tracks. It happened this morning. Our cameras were rolling as police responded at the Grand Blue Line stop. CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina has been looking into exactly what happened.
I'm told the man attacked here this morning is a 27-year veteran of the CTA, punched and pushed onto the tracks. The union representing CTA workers is now calling for more security.
That the power is off due to a worker being on the track.
Calls for help around 7 this morning. Our cameras rolling on the aftermath. Police say a man punched a 70-year-old man and pushed him on the tracks here at the Grand Blue Line station. We learned that 70-year-old man, a CTA customer service agent who had left the booth you see here.
He literally just punches him. CTA attendant falls back onto the tracks, and then this guy makes good his escape.
That passenger threw him onto the tracks. A Good Samaritan, other customers, and a co-worker that assisted him off the right-of-way, off the track.
Penny McCroach leads the CTA Workers Union.
So,
Out of state at a conference, she broke down the latest with me virtually, telling me the 70-year-old man attacked is kind and would never start a fight.
for
Crazy.
this to happen to him,
70.
This is mind-boggling.
He was transported to Northwestern Hospital.
I'm not sure what took place as far as why the customer felt that he needed to punch him in his face.
Telling me it's unclear why the CTA worker left the booth to help the customer who ended up attacking him, but says they are now advising all union members to stay in the booth during their shifts. As for the man behind the attack, he ran away, but I'm told Chicago police tracked him down this afternoon. A CTA spokesperson told me police found him thanks to their recently expanded CTA Strategic Decision Support Center, a room I've shown you, where officers review thousands of cameras rolling on the transit system. As McCroach says, workers are calling for increased safety and security measures following this incident. The union is too.
I've been advocating for a designated police force.
Again, according to the CTA union leader, the man involved in this attack is physically doing okay right now, but she says all CTA workers are calling for increased security measures following this incident. We'll continue to gather the very latest.
Because nobody should be getting attacked or worried when they go to do their job, similar to how we speak about how police officers shouldn't be getting attacked when they do their job. Nobody should be getting attacked, especially a 70-year-old CTA worker that has been there for over 25 years, and we're sitting there begging for security, begging for additional police officers. Why would they give you a designated police force when they don't even have enough officers on their regular force to patrol the city? Now, hopefully they arrested the person because they said that they tracked him down. They didn't say that they arrested him. But hopefully something happened and they start to prosecute these people, because what if there was nobody there to report that he fell on the tracks and something worse had happened? God forbid something worse happens to you as you go to work every day to do your job, to serve the public, and to make sure that you can feed your family, and you're 70 years old. If you guys are not continuously calling for the National Guard and for, whatever it is that you can get additional help over in your community, especially over in places like Chicago where your mayor seems to be incompetent, then a shame on you and shame on y'all for voting him into office in the first place. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Let me know what y'all think.